Hey, chat. Welcome back to another podcast today. I'm joined by two lovely gentlemen today, and as you guys know, I'm supposed to be wearing the Maid outfit, um, according to a bet I made last week with Noah. Um, if Misfits were to beat not winning, and I was supposed to be wearing the Maid outfit. Unfortunately, I can't. It's currently in the wash in the laundry, and it won't be ready before the stream's over.
What?
So I apologize. I mean, I can even go show you guys too. Like, I can go grab it real quick. Like, hold on, let me just go do that.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. Dude, why can't things ever not be Okay, 1 second. Boom. We're gonna replay this. You guys need to see this.
Hey, chat.
I'm pissed.
Welcome back to another
You guys need to hear
podcast
it in
today.
its full, bro. Fuck!
I'm
Okay.
joined by two lovely gentlemen today, and as you guys know, I'm supposed to be wearing the Maid outfit, according to a bet I made last week with Noah. If Misfits were to beat not winning, and I was supposed to be wearing the Maid outfit. Unfortunately, I can't. It's currently in the wash in the laundry, and it won't be ready before the stream's over. So I apologize. I mean, I can even go show you guys too. Like, I can go grab it real quick. Like, hold on, let me just go do that.
Just kidding. We're here, fellas. Welcome. The Maid outfit's back. And we're here to stay for this podcast. Oh my goodness. It's great to be back. I enjoyed every bit of setting this up. It took me about an hour. But welcome. All right. Okay, so the bet was simple. I was very, very confident that the undefeated team not winning, who literally were slamming everyone throughout the whole season, I was very confident they were going to beat Misfits in playoffs, right? And then they proceeded to get 2-0'd by Misfits. And I was so confident that they would win. I bet Noah, if Misfits win this series, I'll bring back the Maid outfit for the next week. And here we are. So yeah. Cool. Yep, and thanks to Pod, who super subbed in for Misfits and dropped 30 on Not Winning's head like twice. That is how that ended up happening. But yeah, here we are, guys, in all of its glory. Actually, hold on. Now, all of its glory. We got the cat ears on, of course. But all right. Well, that's pretty much the big intro I had to do today. It totally wasn't scuffed. Nothing broke. All right. And today's podcast is basically just a recap of last week and predictions for the next week. I'm joined by Blood Hunter. I'm joined by Lynn, also known as #1 Doug fan. Yeah, that's pretty much the beginning. So I'm gonna move us on to this part, but everybody introduce yourselves.
Real quick for those in the chat, Noah is out this week, so remind him of the one-way cover next week.
Yes,
they'll be back.
That is what he ended up having to do. Let me move this green screen out the way, dude.
Yeah. Spam ping him. I like that.
He would have really appreciate that.
We'll give him a hashtag my way cover at something like that.
He actually loves reminders so much.
Yeah, he loves getting reminded. So many.
Yeah, make sure to remind him every single day until next week.
I'm sure he would definitely appreciate that if we did that for him, guys. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So, to get things started today, we got this top 16 recap, hosted by Maid, Junyor, and Blood Hunter and Lynn. We're the B team, is like I like to call it, because Jose, Noah, and Gnome cannot fill in, so we're like the replacement crew.
We're the super subs.
Yeah, we are the super
squad.
subs. I guess we could go ahead and get started if everyone's ready. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep, go.
The first game of the week, not my favorite one to start off
with.
Oh.
Yeah. The Baguette 5 versus Hello Kitty Island Adventure. A team that everyone thought was gonna win the whole thing. Not everyone, but a lot of people thought we're gonna win the whole thing. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Sadly got upset by the Baguette Five. Danny and Zealous and BBL are just a crazy trio, beating them 13-10 and 13-11. That Iki guy, dude, can't really, pull off a win. So, mad unfortunate.
Uh, yeah, I remember I was watching this game and Mugi was like trying her best, like absolute hardest, she was winning clutch after clutch, but ultimately Danny and Zealous were just better on the day.
Yeah.
I had my pick'ems personally. I had the Hello Kitty Island Adventurers going to finals and then choking. They choked earlier than I
They
expected.
choked earlier, yep.
A
Yeah.
lot earlier.
Yeah. So that was mad unfortunate for me and my team, but I've heard some trade rumors, the rumor mill's going around that some of these HKA members are staying around and making a team next season. And so keep your eyes out for that, everybody. Moving on to the next matchup, we have Nomads versus Total Badasses.
Kind of
Uh,
expected, no?
this was unexpected.
Yeah, this was.
Was it
I mean,
really?
I don't know.
I totally expected TBA to win. Like I had full faith in this one.
Yeah, I think Pack It Up, and I don't know how to pronounce their name still. I still haven't learned it, but I think it's like Vung or Hyung or something like that. They're like
Yeah.
crazy good. And then Plorben had a insanely great like second game, map 2. And TBA I think is the best team on Split right now, like by far. They're just so good at that map.
I agree. I mean, it's Plorben time, so why can
It
you beat?
is, yeah.
You can't beat Plorben.
Plorben, exactly.
Plorben's good. And then I think the reason why I thought that I thought Nomads was expected to win was because I thought that TBA didn't actually look that good on their first game against I forget what the team was called, but it was I called them Haram Valorant, but
The week prior,
it was the
right?
team, yeah, the team they beat in the lower round.
Let me find it real quick.
But yeah, I thought that like I thought that the playstyle that the team that lost in the first round had was kind of I thought about it more, and it's actually not bad for FLV, especially if you're planning on exploiting like the bronze players or the worst players in like straight up lurk 1-on-1. But I dislike how it doesn't really. A lot of it is like very lurk heavy, and I thought that kind of playstyle is pretty easy to counter, but Total Badasses seem to be failing a lot on the execution. So that's why I thought that they were gonna just lose to a better team, like I thought Nomads was. I think on the day, the people that I thought would do well was like Gongi and NRG Bader. From watching them in the regular season, I thought those two were like kind of standout players on that team.
Yeah.
But they kind of didn't show up on the day.
Yeah, it was mad unfortunate. Energy Bader did not really show up how they did during the pre-season, or I mean the season. So
yeah,
mad unfortunate.
Yeah,
Any
I
comments?
think the reason why I think the reason why I was thinking TBA was gonna win, just because I think HKI, Hello Kitty were kind of frauds in playoffs, but when TBA and Olden Sight were like the only teams that brought close matches against Hello Kitty, and I think when TBA played Hello Kitty, both teams were at their one of their highest moments. Not both teams were playing pretty well, and I didn't really see Nomads ever really getting a close game to Hello Kitty like TBA did. So I felt like TBA would just beat them out.
Yeah,
I see.
I got that. All right. Any other comments before we move on?
Nah.
Okay.
I forgot my comment.
I want Plorben. Like, there's so many players throughout the whole season that I want to like win, get a ring, and one of them's Plorben. But the sad fact is that if Plorben gets one, then that means the other players that I want to get them won't get them because they're on different teams, and it's so sad. I'm like rooting for so many different people.
Oh,
All right.
I forgot to say.
yeah.
Are the Nomads players all like rookies, or have they played?
I think so. Yeah. Let me
Let me look back.
Like Energy
I
Baiter
think-
is
Yeah.
good.
I think they
Yeah.
are.
Everyone,
okay,
I think
okay.
everyone in this lobby is a rookie except Ladybug.
Yeah, I mean,
So
maybe. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think that playoffs have like a different kind of pressure compared to the regular season in FLV. So maybe
yeah,
Sure.
they need to get more experience in that sense
True.
before.
Definitely,
know.
the rookies will have a harder time in playoffs compared to the people have been here already for 20 plus seasons. Because a
Yeah.
lot of us are just like, don't give a fuck.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. All right, moving on. Not winning versus Misfit. This
The Maid outfit
this is,
games.
this is why I'm currently wearing the Maid outfit. I mean, I could pull it up real quick, maybe. Let me just put it on real quick here, guys. Oh, that's got a filter
Ooh.
on. Hold on. Let me turn the filter off. There we go.
There it is.
Hey guys, I'll put myself down here real quick.
Oh, heck yeah.
What's up? Yeah, this is why this game up here is why I'm wearing this. I was so confident in Doom just destroying everybody,
Oh,
but Pod had other plans, I guess, who dropped 33 and then 25 in both the games, and they weren't even close. Like, it was Doom tried in the second game, like really locked in, but it was a Pod super subbed and just slammed. And the Mango also had a really good pop off performance in the first game. And
yeah.
wait, that's actually really funny. I just realized like their KDs are swapped, or Mango's KD is swapped between the two games. 17 and
Yeah,
11,
but he had 5
and then
first bloods. He was
11
doing
and
his job.
17. Yeah, honestly, definitely did really good for their team. But this was the shocker of the, I think this group, or this the top 16. I think this is the most unexpected one because not a single pick'ems in the pick'ems category had Misfits moving on. Not a single one. So
Yeah.
no one will have a perfect bracket because Misfits decided to screw it all up.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I remember I was talking to my hosts last week about like not winning, and all of them were like, "Doom is him. Doom is just gonna take over. Doom is the best player in the entire lobby in this game." I didn't see it, and
Yeah.
again, maybe it's because Doom, if he's a rookie, it's playoffs. It's a little bit different.
The
It's
playoff
like
pressure, yeah.
and like 2 game series, and like a best of 3 is actually quite a bit longer than a best of 1. So there's a lot of like endurance type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess pretty surprising.
Dude, I'm seeing Dom say in the Discord chat, yeah, Pod is a fraud. Pod is a fraud trending in the Discord server. Pod is a fraud.
Hashtag Pod is fraud.
Hashtag Pod is fraud. But yeah, Somber tried bringing up a point where the only team that didn't lose the Pod was Alt on Site. That was not true. Seattle Knights also lost their games with sorry to spoiler the incoming games, but with Pod subbing as well. So Pod was being a super sub for a lot of the time, just only when it wanted to mess up everyone's pick'ems, it looks like. So yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that we get to see a lot of rookies like stepping up and like being crazy. Like Doom, I'm excited if they come back next season. I'm really excited to see what they have to bring because they've had such a crazy season, and then unfortunately having like maybe playoffs jitters or just a bad game, and then leading into a game where they weren't able to carry. It's just like so unfortunate. But I'm excited to see if like they can improve and do even better next season.
Yeah. Real.
Yeah, and especially this season's a little bit weird as well because there's so many teams in FLV. And like so you're playing against like usually in regular FLV season there aren't different groups, so you've played against everyone usually at least once. So you have a grasp of how they like to play, but for this type of format, you're kind of just essentially playing against completely new teams that you've never played against before. Right. Very likely.
It's definitely a very different environment, and even some of the veterans are going into something new, going into playoffs. The only upside they've got really is the experience, and that's about it.
Yep. All right, on to the next one. We have Doug. Okay, this was the first 2-1, by the way, first 3-game series. This was the People's Champion Doug versus the Fearmongers with Uncle Bill.
Rest in peace, Doug.
And rest in peace, Doug. You guys will be missed very dearly. The Fearmongers won 2-1. Honestly, I thought this was gonna go Doug's way because I believe map 1 was a very dominant performance from Doug. They won 13-6. Like, I thought that it was gonna be a 2-0 from Doug. I thought Uncle Bill was not performing well. He went 12-17 that game. And then Uncle Bill decided to lock Duelist. And on the stream, he did not only lock it, this guy locked it frame 1 of character select. This guy immediately like found his resolve and locked Duelist and proceeded to top frag the rest of the games and make them not even close. He is the villain to Doug. He put them in their coffin. They're now sitting in Cancun waiting for next season. And Uncle Bill now has to go against, we'll talk about who he goes against like next soon.
Yeah,
this
honestly,
was
this is a weird
this
match.
was my team.
Fearmongers had me like sussed out for a second. I thought they were gonna lose after I saw Doug take a map. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
These guys were my team, man. I really liked watching Itachi and Nate frag out on map 2 on map 1. But I guess not so much Itachi as much as Nate, but yeah, map 2 so map 3 is like 13-9. It was not a 13-9, it was more like a 13-5. They just Uncle Bill just started or like Fearmongers just started having fun at the end and like lost 4 rounds for fun.
Yeah, it was very rough watching the fall of Doug. You know, like I said, the people's champ, these guys were just so loved by everyone. They were the Joker on the reveal stream. We picked the Joker card. These guys ended up getting it. So they were the designated Joker for the season. And which was a new thing we did because we had 52 teams sign up. We had 52 playing cards. We did that. But yeah, they got the Joker card and they were so fun. Everyone a part of this team is such like a great person to have added to the community. Thank you guys for playing it out. We hope to see you all next season. Same thing with the Fearmongers, whether you win or lose this season. Everyone's been so great. I love Plu. Plu's really good. Very good for their rank. Uncle Bill, you know, going absolutely insane. And then GG Obscura, you've been flying under the radar, kind of like the right-hand man to Uncle Bill, sometimes taking over when you need to. I think, you know, this was a beautiful 3-game series here. All right. Any other notes before we head on to the next one?
Looking forward to seeing Doug play again next season.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to see Doug again.
Yes.
Also, I
agreed.
love Obscura's kind of just like a crackhead though. Obscura makes some crazy, sometimes very questionable plays, but it works out. So I like to see more of that.
Yes. Big agree. All right. Now, the other 3-game series, I think there were 2, maybe 3 of them, was Alt on Site, led by none other Blood Hunter in the call right now, against
Yes,
Aim is
sir.
Optional. And Alt on Site actually won 2-1. I did not think, what was game 1? Game 1 was 13-9, right? I did not think this was going to go very well once we hit game 3, because 13-9, you guys won pretty well. Pod super subbed in. I remember casting this game. Pod super subbed and wasn't able to be enough for your guys' like team. So I was like, okay, if Pod super subbing can't beat them, I think they'll have a pretty smooth bind. And then map 2 came and boosted V3. Also, that was another thing. Boosted V3 was on Fade the first game, which me and Scipio were very questioned. Like boosted V3 has been playing the entire season out on Raze. Literally on the stat sheet is the #1 player on the stat sheets, like ACS wise, and then proceeds to play Fade the first game in playoffs, or I think their second series in playoffs. I don't know. It was weird. And then immediately swaps to Raze, starts going absolutely crazy like they did during the season, and 4-13, 13 forward Alt on Site. I thought it was over. I thought the mental might have been down the drain. I read it completely wrong because afterwards, when I talked to the Alt on Site crew, everyone was fine. They was like, it's okay, whatever. We could go into the next one. And then they won pretty confidently on the 3rd map, even despite a boosted V3 like crazy Raze performance.
Yeah. The one thing I'd like to say about this team, these guys are Dom merchants. Without Dom, these guys they wouldn't even make playoffs. This Dom guy is insane.
Yeah.
This guy is gold I think he's gold PR.
Yeah,
Gold or
yeah.
black PR,
Yes.
something like that. And
Yes.
this guy is 2 PR. He's top player on your team consistently. I it's a little unfair how hard he carries your team. That's all I want to say.
I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree. Yeah, I can't disagree at all. I don't know. I think yeah, that's yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, Dominic is just he's the GOAT. He definitely binds the team well together. But besides him even aiming, I will say in the games that he hasn't aimed, which is very few, but I think there's one or two where he hasn't performed well, he's like helping us mid round and giving very useful util, which is, also part of the unfairness of him. So
Yeah,
I'll say.
this
Yeah,
guy,
Dom is in insane form.
dude, he's actually like prime LeBron James right now. This guy is 2018 Cavs LeBron. Like it's so insane. What was it? On Corrode, I believe that was your guys' first map. I remember
Yeah.
week 6, you guys played my team on Corrode, and I wasn't there, but we had Danny sub in, and it was very close. It ended up in a draw, 15-15. And Dom had a lot of sauce and a lot of like uh what's it called? Like he had a lot of strat book for himself for B site. And then I made comments about it. I was like, dude, you gotta get a little bit more up on A. And then he pulls up this week with all of the new A tech that he found. And yeah, this guy just proceeds to now have everything he could possibly need for every part of the map as KO on this map. If you need info A main, if you need info B main, if you need info mid, if you need a flash A main, if you need a flash B main, like he had everything that you possibly could have needed. And it went to show as he had 11 assists while also having the most kills on his team. It was just disgusting how well he was playing. And it was just ridiculous. Dom is just the GOAT. Yeah, like you guys have said, I don't think this team even makes playoffs without Dom's performance. So Dom being so dominant, I'm excited to see how he carries on the momentum he has right now into the next week.
I agree. Also, shout out to him. He doesn't look up lineups. He makes his own lineups. He doesn't look
Yeah.
online. So
He
everything's
literally
on
makes
his own.
He's like AO Panda hopping in the custom and just like throwing shit and then seeing where it goes. Like it's so fun.
He spends most of his time in the customs for sure.
Yeah. I mean, this guy is 2 PR and he has what 20 kills second map. Am I looking at that
this
correctly?
guy's 2 PR, bro. That's insane to me. Like, all right,
Yeah,
moving on. I think.
I accidentally picked split for the team. So
wait,
that was
yeah,
a
I do
boo-boo.
remember that. Yeah, I accidentally picked split.
I thought I was picking a map, but I accidentally bammed the map we wanted, which was Sunset, and we ended up playing split.
I see.
All right, and now onto one of the craziest ones: the Noah v Noah matchup of the century. Never in a million years has Trombone Man Noah been challenged by someone with the same name, but from the darkness emerged Noah Zones this season and decided to take the name of the better Noah. And he did it pretty confidently. 2-0 win. Closest game was 13-9. And I hate to say it, I mean, I can actually say it because Noah's not in the call, but Noah bottom fragged. And the other Noah top fragged, so Noah bottom fragged both games I'm now seeing. I didn't even notice it. I was only looking at the...
It's a Noah diff. It's a Noah diff.
It is a Noah diff.
First round, they subbed out Noah for Claus. Claus top frags the entire server, carries the entire team. Noah comes back in.
Looking at this, it makes me mad that I've let Trombone Man Noah drop 30 on my team before, like a couple seasons ago. This irks me a little bit, but
the lights are too bright.
Noah Zones, this guy had a banger performance throughout the entire season. Even if his team didn't have the cleanest record, they still ended up like closing everything out in pretty decent fashion here. And he was definitely a big part of that, playing Duelist very, very well. This guy has the ACS record for this season, not overall, but for this season, the ACS record was 500. That's held happily by him in a game I subbed for, and I was just witnessing it while I was dead, because I was dead a lot. I was kind of being a pig that game. But I was watching Noah a lot, and this guy, his aim is so clean, his util use is just so clean, like genuinely like one of the best players that we've probably ever had join FLV, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be asking Noah about this next week. I'll be sure to
I'd
ask him
love to hear
for,
what Noah says.
what exactly happened this game?
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
games, this
And
series.
Yeah, I mean,
Either
Fresh
Noah
Coast
was
still, he
like
could.
really hungry, or
Yeah, that
I
is
don't
true.
know.
No, he could have been really hungry. And I think Big Slime just didn't perform how he was doing the whole season. Whole season, Big Slime was going
Yeah.
crazy. Like, again, gold PR.
That's true.
Like, we've had so many gold PR players just playing absolutely unhinged insane, like, throughout the entire season.
Yeah.
We had Beesme, we had Big Slime, we had Meow Meow Papaya. Like, just so many people. And Dom is cheating and
Somber.
Cobblemon. Okay,
Somber's
well,
pretty up there for gold.
yeah, Somber is pretty up there for gold, too. Try to think. Who else? I think Plorben is gold, right?
Corbin's gold?
I mean, Corbin's pretty good.
Yeah, I think she's gold.
Oh wow, she's
Yeah.
actually insane for gold.
She's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Beesme's also really insane. She's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot of gold players stand out this season. All right, next game. This was a show match of veteran teams. We had SSD versus Bratz. Depia shamelessly subbing in Sock again for like not even kidding the 4th time this season. Just because Eco can't make it, so he subs in the guy who he knows is gonna drop 40 kills on, on Vic's head. This guy is genuinely the biggest Sock merchant in FLV history, and Sock could go play 3 seasons and win 3 rings in a row with Closetor bottom fragging every game, and Depp would still be a bigger Sock merchant. But I mean, Emster tried to salvage the first game. She was having a lot of good plays. I remember watching on stream. Emster was going crazy, trying to keep the team afloat, and unfortunately wasn't able to work out. Like, Sock, Depp, and Dracket are just too good of a trio. Sock with 7 first bloods on Waylay, 450 ACS. Like, you just can't do anything against it. And then in the second game, it was just kind of more of the same. Also, Captain Winters had a really good performance the first game. I remember this guy I think he swung out with an Odin, like, running gun and killed 2 people. And I am 100% sure that VC was just him laughing his ass off as he did that. Like, maniacally. Like, this guy was evil laugh. There's no way it wasn't. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, while I think the team is more well-rounded of Bratz, I think just the power of Sock, Depp, and Draken's too much for them. So that's what showed up here.
Also, I think that Moaj kind of underperformed compared to how he's been doing the rest of the season. That guy was an incredible entry fragger when I was watching him in the first round. And then I also think Vic and Yolisa were also like their I guess their big 3 is a little bit lower PR than their big 3 in that sense. And underperformed in that way.
Yeah. No, I agree. What are your thoughts, Mr. Bloodhunter?
Well, I did have a question. Sock isn't like an official perma sub for SSD, right? Eco's still trying to make
Eco
it to
is
games,
still
or
trying
no?
to make it. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately I only caught glimpses of this match, but I mean, I think SSD even without Sock still beat Bratz pretty handily. I was kind of sad. It was sad to see, but I think it is what it is. SSD just much better.
I'm just gonna DQ Depp and his whole team if Sock subs in next week. Deal. We all agree? Deal.
Deal.
We just have someone else sub in instead. Let's get, I can't even think of other players right now, but anybody but Sock. All right,
Anybody
next
but
game. This one was very hard to watch.
Oof.
This was one of the teams I'm very close with a lot of the players on, Seattle Knights, against 10 Thieves. This one was a hard watch for me because I was rooting for Seattle Knights. And while both the games were really close, it just wasn't enough. They barely misplayed just enough for 10 Thieves to take over. Ophi had a banger first game. And then Sussy just wiped the floor, dropping 40 kills, having 67 kills over 2 maps. Don't start, chat. Don't do this. Don't start with me, okay? But yeah, Alchemist super subbed in, didn't actually get be as super as before. Ophi had a great 2-game series. Unfortunately, it was not enough. Limit 80 had a really unfortunate performance in the second game, going 8 and 26, dying literally every single round of the game. It was a little tough to watch, but with 4 first bloods out of your 8 kills, I guess you could say the performance was okay. It's a little salvageable, but unfortunately,
At least he wasn't baiting.
yeah, true. At least he wasn't baiting. We cannot call him a baiting duelist that went 8 and 26. He was an entry duelist who went 8 and 26, which sometimes happens. But yeah, that's my review of this one. Sad to watch Seattle Knights leave, but I've heard rumor mill strikes again. They have a really good team coming up next season, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, if you're Ophi, you just say whatever, like, you did what you could. My team are bums, and then move on. There's nothing you can really do. If you're Ophi here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I caught a little bit of, well, I caught most of the maps. I was kind of in and out of them, but I mean, in my opinion, both maps were thrown from Seattle Knights. It should have been a 2-0 on Seattle Knights side, but I think there were too many mistakes or rounds that look like potential miscoms or just like not simply playing together. Ended up costing them very important rounds, caused some econ issues, and just went away with it.
Yeah, it was sad because like I think the first game, if I'm remembering correctly, it was like 11 to like 7 or 11-8, and then they lost like 5 rounds in a row for it to be 13-11. And then I think something similar happened for the second game. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think it was like 12-9 maybe. I'm not too sure. But I think Seattle Knights had the lead for both the games and then ended up losing. So it was heartbreaking to see. But 10 Thieves, led by LKW, amazing. Oh yeah, that was another thing I wanted to bring up. 10 Thieves had 3 subs. So by technicality, Seattle Knights didn't even need to play these because they could have just been like, let's not play against 3 subs. We're not comfortable against it. It's happened before, and teams. It's a very a valid thing. But Seattle Knights just wanted to play. They had showed good sportsmanship through and through. So that's another reason why it's a little heartbreaking to see them, fail here. But they'll come back next season stronger than ever. And 10 Thieves get to move on. LK has somehow beaten all of my expectations this season. Granted, he wasn't in this performance, but we'll see him next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, let's see, is that it? Yeah, that's it.
I
So
think
this
that's
is
all
the
the
new
matchups,
bracket. Yeah, so that's all the matchups. This is the new bracket. We got the Baguette 5 versus Total Badasses, TB5 versus TBA. I've got my money on Danny. I don't know what you guys think, but I think Danny is just really good, backed up by Zealous and BBL. Like, I don't think there's any stopping this team. I genuinely think they might even win the whole thing. So,
Ooh, really?
as long as Danny
Okay.
doesn't choke, like he's known to do.
Yeah, I also have Baguette 5 here.
Yeah.
Blood Hunter.
Yeah, Baguette 5 for me, for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we
yeah,
have the podcast curse for Baguette 5 now.
But yeah, Baguette 5, your podcast cursed. Stop lying. No, you guys choked in grands. You choked when it mattered most, okay? Nope. I'm voted for the Baguette 5. So now we're going to see 10 Thieves versus Misfit. Honestly, this could go either way for me. These are like the 2 teams I have the least information on. But I'm going to root against LK. I'm going to say Misfit take this one. LK gets carried too often. So
Who's the original roster on 10 Thieves? Because they had 3 subs. I don't remember who the original roster is.
Let me double check real quick.
Because it's like, was LK even playing this last match?
He did not play this last match.
He didn't play the last match.
Yeah.
Has he been performing? I actually have not kept up with his performance.
He performed, yeah, because he performed really well against Gnome's team.
He actually had like a pretty good performance against them. He was playing like Gecko. I think he went like 18 and 18, but like against Gnome and Jose, who were like running it down at them, it was pretty good, especially with his other two higher elos that were backing him up. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
LK, Penguin. Oh, Penguin is also really good. Penguin is plat PR. They're playing well above platinum PR for the most part. And then they have Ansusi, who is just have like during the regular season didn't really play like particularly like greater than anybody else. But they're playing really well during the postseason. So and then you have Crew, who I don't know if got perma subbed out or not. I haven't seen Crew's name on there. Maybe there's a name change. I'm not too sure. And then LK at Gold PR played very well in that game 2 against ODD and sent those guys packing. So
Okay, I'll go 10 Thieves. Why not?
Yeah, when your team beats what's it called? When your team beats
Shadow
Gnome
Knights?
and Jose, like it's pretty credible, I would say, just a little bit.
I'll go
Um,
10 Thieves. Also, Penguin, if you haven't yet, like, perma up those people that are not showing up. Like, if they're not showing up, get somebody
Yeah.
reliable.
Yeah, you could just perma sub them, yeah.
Yeah, I think I will choose to believe in the Misfit Cinderella run, so I'll
Yeah.
pick them.
I'm down for that too.
Valid. Valid.
All right, next one. This one is SSD Namag versus Noah's Disciples. I really want Noah's Disciples to send Depp home. I hate this guy. He can't get another ring. We're not giving him 8. Please don't give this guy 8, bro. If he wins in the most stacked FLV season ever, we will never hear the end of it, bro. We won't. We will never hear it. No, Pod, it's 8. He's at 7 right now.
He's at 7 championships, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's the fucking belt collector right now.
And we will never hear the end of it if he wins this one. So we can't let him win it. Noah, please stop him.
I'm going Noah's Disciples.
I'll go with SSD. I think that Def is gonna sub out Eco or Draken for someone else.
Yeah, he's gonna sub someone out, and it's just gonna be completely like it's gonna be Sock again, and then maybe Draken's gonna get busy with work, and he's gonna sub in out a fucking Pod, and it's gonna be it's just gonna be
Sock Claws and Dep.
Yeah, Sock Claws at Night Raid again, bro. Unlucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, Noah's Disciples. I'm hoping Noah Zones just drops 60 in game 1 on Dep's head, and then drops another 60 game 2. Yeah, I don't want. Words cannot describe how badly I want Depp to not get his 8th ring this season. He can get it next season, I don't care, but not this one. Next moving on, we got Ult on Site versus the Fearmongers. I think this will probably be, in my opinion, the closest matchup of any of them. Just because I've watched a lot of Ult on Site and I've watched a lot of Fearmongers during the season and postseason. I think I've casted all of Ult on Site's games, or most of them, but it's really gonna depend on how Uncle Bill's playing. Like Uncle Bill is just such a core part of Fearmongers. I think if he's playing very well, Ult on Site might not win. But if he isn't playing at his highest performance he can, then Ult on Site might, breeze by.
Yeah, I have the exact same thoughts about this matchup. It's all gonna come down to Uncle Bill because Ult on Site has if I were to think of them as like a spear, right? They don't necessarily have a very sharp point in the spheres, but they have 3 very good points. Whereas the Fearmongers, I think of more as a team with 1 very, very sharp point, and that it's going to be up to that point to break the other 3 good points for the Fearmongers to win.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I agree with it being close. I'm going to go, obviously, with my team. I'm biased, but...
Yeah, I also forgot to mention, yes, Obscura is also important in this matchup, I think. How he sets up his duelist to win fights early on, especially to get warmed up, is going to be important. But it should be a good match. I'm excited to watch it.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
No. Now that
I think the players to know of each one, definitely, like you said, Obscura and Uncle Bill. And then I think on Ult on Site side, it's going to be Battle Gnome and me. Because everyone else on my team has been pretty consistent. I think the only people that haven't been is me and Battle Gnome. So if both of us can perform decently, we probably have a pretty good chance. But
Yeah, lucky
we'll
and
see.
blood.
Yeah,
True.
well, we'll
It-
see.
it
Dude, my
would be
small ass desk in LA is so fucking hard to play on. I don't like it.
It would be so cinematic to watch Battle Gnome start the season off with the death record, or sorry, end the season off with a death record, going into playoffs, then proceeds to play out of his mind. Like the turnaround would be like cinema, you know, like it'd be so good. Um, but yeah, you know, I'm excited, and you know, Uncle Bill wants us to root against his team. Like he's literally saying, begging for it in chat. So I'm gonna go with ult on site. Personally,
Oh boy.
I think, you know, there's so much potential for Dom to have a pop off game, or Somber to have a pop off game, or you know, even Bloodhunter to have a pop off game, and maybe Fralv. Like, there's so much potential there for someone to pop off that could disrupt like the flow of Fearmongers. So hoping it happens. Hoping ult on site win, just so Uncle Bill can have his doubt me story going on right now that he wants.
For me personally, in my personal belief, I believe one individual player that's really good is better in FLV than 3 good players. So I'll go with Fearmongers on this one.
That's fair.
Especially if you have a really good, especially if your good points are your duelist initiator combo. I don't
True.
think ult on site is very well equipped on defense to handle good utility and a good duelist at the same time.
Yeah, I get behind that. All right. Well, I believe that is it for our predictions this week, guys. We will see you all. Actually, I don't know if I'll be there. But hopefully next week podcast resumes as normal with the A team. Maybe not Gnome, because I think
Yes.
Gnome's still traveling, but Noah should be back. I think Jose might be. I'm not too sure about Jose's whereabouts at the current moment. But
Yeah.
at least
Also,
Noah
by
will
the
be
way,
back. He will be singing My
podcast is
Way.
going to be in the next 2 weeks, not next week. By the way.
Oh yeah,
'cause
it's
we have
not
a
next
full
week.
2
2
weeks for
weeks.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so 2 weeks from now, we'll have Noah back. He will be singing My Way. Yeah, Penguin in the Discord chat says I beat Gnome and he went off traveling. Yeah, he retired from Valorant. You sent him to retirement, bro. So good on you. That guy's been plaguing the FLV server since, you know, season like 8 or something. So thank you for that one. Anyways, that's been it from us, guys. I've been, you know, Nick Junyor, obviously in the maid attire. Joined by Lynn, Capitulation, and Blood Hunter. That's it for us.
Bye.
We'll see you guys all next in 2 weeks, or you know, maybe during the live streams of the next streamed games. Who knows?
Yep.
But yeah, bye guys.
Be sure to remind Noah of the My Way cover.
Yes, the My Way cover
Yes.
will be reminded.
But
yep.
That's next week, guys.
That's
Bye
it for us,
bye.
guys. Bye.